Hello and welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. We are on a mission for 2 male blacktails. Now, just after the last episode, if you stayed around till the end, you'll have seen we found this big juicy herd of blacktails. The most of them are males. Now these threes, I think this one looks the biggest. Yeah, some golds there. I think blacktails go up to diamond as well now. I'm not sure. They were always one of the smaller deer on this map, but I always liked them. But you never know. We might be able to create a diamond out of them eventually. Manage the herd, keep it safe. But we're going to try and get around there before they disappear. They're a good 250 meters away, so it's going to take a while. But I've got to be careful not to spook them. So we're starting to come in on around about 100 meters. So he looks alright. Definitely looks like he's got the best rack. They're all looking pretty good though. I think they're all, apart from him, that's the small one. The rest of them, he needs to shut up, doesn't he? I think that's the one I want over there. So we're just going to try and creep around a little bit more and not to make too much noise. I mean, those two would probably be the easiest two. We might be able to take a couple of shots off on that pack, actually. Take out 3. Leave him for another day. That might be what I go for. We want to make sure we're getting half decent penetration. Like I say, you don't get a lot of penetration with this gun. They feel like they're still a ways off. I think we're going to get a second shot, are we? Not unless someone stands still. Well, what are you going to do? What are you doing? What are you doing? Now I might wait and see if any of those come back before I venture off, because they might come back to there. Hunting pressure is showing that it's down, so we've got one. Now will any of those males return? If the bucks return, we'll take one and then we'll move on, because we don't want any more pressure on their spot, because that's clearly a good watering hole. Blacktail haven't come back yet, but just over to the east we've got some Roosevelt resting. So as I'm slowly making my way round, working towards where the blacktail is down, I can see him through my scope. We've got quite a good herd of female Roosevelt. Hopefully I'll be able to draw some males into that herd. In the past I have found that the Roosevelt females tend to be in big herds together, and sometimes the stags are together in like 2 or 3s. For me, I've not had big finds of Roosevelts where, what we got there? We got a rabbit, where they're all mixed together in a big herd. We're still slowly making our way around. We're trying not to scare off any blacktail or even whitetail that might want to come this way. Now, by the looks of it, our blacktail are long gone, but up here, by what looks to be an old fallen tree, we have our first shed. Let's pick that up.
Look at that. You found a shed. I've already got a big enough collection back home, so I've started selling any new ones I find. People often buy them for handicrafts, you know. Knife handles and such. I once sold a really nice moose antler for 500 bucks.
So where... Let's put my light on. There it is. I hid in the grass, look at that. Been marking up everything else that we're not still following it.
If you want to stay busy on the road, I'd keep a lookout for sheds. You know, antlers that are shed by the reserve animals. They're rare to find and very popular to collect.
So we'll do the confirmation. By the way, when I do my confirmation, sometimes you'll notice that I've already been doing it. Is that I look up to the sky. Back in the day, the background used to be what you had behind you. So if you had all the load of grass or trees or whatnot, that used to ruin your picture. Whereas now you have that solid background. So they are silvers. One or two of them might have been golds. I think the one that I said I initially wanted, I think that was definitely a bit bigger than this one. But we got in there, got a fair way in on the lung. So let's see if we can go find him a second one. Well, it seems we've alerted someone over this way. Let's turn our light off. Now we've not got our night vision binocs, but we do have a night vision scope. So I think we packed the scope anyway. Don't think we did. No. Let's see what we can see in the dark. They're out there because they give us a hiss. They warned us off. That's if we give it a little bleat. Get some cover in the tree. We have used a scent cover, so hopefully that's not going to cause us any issues here. It's a bit dark and misty, so it's going to be tough to tell, but I'll sit it out and I'll wait for a bit and see if anything happens. We've got movement to the east of us. We've been putting out our call. Let's see if we can get him to turn sideways. Not worried about how big you are, mate. Perfect. It'll go down nicely. Let's go find him. Yeah, a lovely big splash of jam. So we'll examine that. Vital organs hit, and since it's dark, we'll get Steffi on the scent. This should just be over there. It shouldn't be too far. Let's follow on. Oh, loads of jam. Look at that. And there he be. The obligatory bowel empty before he dropped. Well done. Where are you? Did good. Well done. Well done. Tracking level's doing well. Everyone's happy. Right, let's confirm the trophy. So another silver, a baby silver on that one. Not very big at all. Again, nice and clean. A little bit low, but perfect. We'll accept that. So Richard Hope has another jobby for us. Let's see what that's all about. Well, we'll accept it and then we'll go in and we'll have a little look. So on our mission log, so he wants us now to harvest 2 blacktail deer weighing at least 70 kilos each. So I think they have to be gold, which is fine. But while it's dark, why don't we possibly head on up, see if we can get up to Chila and see if we can find some black or white tail up there as well. So as I'm about to leave, the rest of the blacktail, as you can see, have started to roll back in. But we don't want to lose that spot because the ones that we've taken down should respawn and make their way back. And hopefully they'll be bigger. 3 is like your maximum kills on a spawn. Not on a spawn, but on a need zone. And then you lose that zone. But we haven't got a sleep or a rest zone. Or sorry, a sleep or a feed zone for that herd. So we don't want to destroy that zone, because then they'll move on and they'll find somewhere else, so we'd have to go find them again. So it's nice to know that we've got a decent blacktail herd in the evenings on the south of Belmont Lake. I've marked up Chila Lake. It's quite a walk. Got a kilometre hike. We'll see. We'll see what's doing when we arrive. If we stumble across something, we might have a pop, but in the dark, we're going to struggle. We're not even set up for night hunting. We've not got night hunting equipment, but we'll see what we can do. So just south of Belmont Lake, we do have a hunting stand. Now, a lot of these, I'd say, aren't really very good. But in the past, this one hasn't been bad to me. So we're going to have this one. And I may even come and put a tent next to it. I always used to put a tent next to it. It's not a bad place to spawn in. Do a quick fast travel to. Plus then by the time you get around the lake, the animals have had a chance to make their way. We're about halfway over to Chila. Excuse me, we just leveled up. So we've got a skill point and a perk point because we didn't put the last one in. So in our skills, we are going to go for information on animals, gender when investigating footprints and vocalization. So then we know whether we're tracking a male or a female. That's all important stuff. And then under perks, we're going to go for hold breath, decrease heart rate penalty from exhaling, which reduces the cooldown until your breath can be held again. And we're going to put our next 3 perks are going to go into that. So we'll make our way back along, not along anywhere, but through the woods up to Chila Lake.
I'm still looking into that incident at Hope's camp. I spoke with him and he wanted me to pass on his thanks. He's been having some problems finding food lately, though. The black-tailed deer are surprisingly scarce in Belmont for this time of year. Now Hope seems to think some black bears are passing through and scaring off the blacktails. Could be true, but it's hard to know for sure. If you come by any bear tracks in Belmont, let me know.
So I think that is another mission. There we go. So now we want to try and keep an eye out for black bear tracks. I think all we have to do is spot them. We've got 250 to my marker. My marker is probably 100 from the shoreline. So I want to keep running. We've startled a couple of females along the way, but no males. I'm not too fussed about that. So just as I came into Chila, I did find some blacktail tracks, but they were heading out back down towards Beaumont Lake, so they're no good to us. But hopefully we can get over here and we'll head down to the shoreline and we'll see what's feeding or what's drinking. Well, at the moment, all we've got is a male black bear, so we might head round to see if we can find those tracks. Okay, so he's not just travelling and passing through as I'm slowly making my way around. That is his drinking zone. So I'll be surprised if we get any blacktails or whitetails. It must be late at night. I need to check the time. As I'm creeping around here towards our friend the black bear, I don't think this falls within Beaumont. I don't think Chila Lake is in Beaumont, and we've got to find the bear tracks in Beaumont, I think, for that mission. So we might just head back and try and find bear in Beaumont rather than worry about this night hunt up here. Come back for the night hunt when we've actually got some night equipment on us, and preferably some polymer tipped bullets just to make sure we can get the kill.
Blacktails are Hope's bread and butter. If you ever want hunting tips on him, he's your man. He's been with the blacktails for a while now. If they're on the move, it's not only a problem for Hope. It might mean worrying changes for other parts of the reserve.
Fair enough. Well, so we've travelled back to our lodge. We're going to get some kip, rest through. So it's now just gone 4:30. 4:30, so it's gone 5:30. We might see if we can access the... we can get the polys for... There you go, this is what we got. So we get the polymers for this. I want to skip that. Oh, we are way short. I think we're going to get some polys for this. How we do? We're alright for money. Okay, we'll buy some polys. 20 should be plenty. Bring them over. Then in our inventory, take the polymer tip right in there. And also we are going to grab our night vision rangefinders just for that night hunt part. So we do have the night vision scope, just didn't bring it over. That was a bit silly of me. Rangefinder and binos, we've still got plenty of capacity. So we're geared up now for next time, if we should head that way. So we're going to be looking for 2 large blacktails, preferably. That's going to be our go-to. And any black bear tracks, we're going to stay in the Beaumont area. Our best route for this is going to be similar in where we went. We went this way and then in across. We're going to come up and around. We may even go through the middle so we can go across both parts. Go up and around. And that's where we're going to go today. We're going to go all the way up here. We might try and cut in and hit the lookout. We have found some Roosevelt elk on our travel. Just females for the minute. But we'll keep an eye out. We'll see if we can find some bucks of some sort. And again, as I cycle through them, you'll see it is quite a sizable herd of females out there. What's that? Is that... We've got a blacktail female eating. We need her to have a male somewhere. Let's head that way and have a little look. At least we've got the need zone now. Okay, so we're getting a warning call from a male Roosevelt. Now, I haven't been able to spot him yet, but he knows we're about. He's obviously staying close by the females. He's just not overly close. There he is. He is pretty close. Okay. I'm going to lose him in the grass, though. He's right there. Do you think... we try and keep it central. That's high. That's in the side. He's down, quite literally, right in the centre there. If you take down an animal and you're not quite sure where to start looking, center point where these come in and meet, right there. So that'll be where your first spot of blood will be. It won't necessarily be where the animal is. You have to track it. But where these long points cross in the middle, that is where your first hit is from the kill. So even if you took 2 shots, say you shot it here, wounded it, shot it over here, and that was your final kill shot, your first shot will be where you hit it, so you'd have to track your blood from here to there, and then so on if you were to lose it. Right, confirm the kill. See, just a little bronze. The bigger ones are usually further up north. It's only in, I was going to say recent update, it's probably about a year ago the update. It was only in, for me, a recent update that they did it so that the elks actually travelled further down. Oh, we didn't even get an organ. Oh, we got spine. We were a little bit high, but it was the wrong caliber anyway. So that would have been a silver. We'll take it. We'll take the cash and the score. So we've come across another little hunting outpost that we can pop up another blind. I'm going to do this one. Don't think in the past I've really hunt from here much, but actually in quite a good location. Over the long grass. Catch some coming out through the brush. Again on the other side. So if this is a thoroughfare for animals to come through, and we've seen that the Roosevelt's coming down this side, that means that Blacktail and Whitetail will come through as well, because the animals do follow. They all have a different area where they feed, sleep, rest, but as they traverse the map there are corridors, and they all generally follow much the same corridor. Okay, well we've had very little luck coming up the waterway. I'll bring up the map. So we've come in, we went up, came across, we got our Roosevelt elk there, then followed in along the water's edge, come up through this water's edge here. I've marked up this point because that's then the crossroads, so I know where to go to get to the lookout. But we're going to head in and we're going to see if we can find anything having a drink around here. This is a good area. Now this, obviously this is Chila. This is a good spot, but we want to be hunting that at night. And up here, this is known as Mushroom Lake. This has always been a gold mine for Blacktail. So if we don't get anything here, we'll head up, we'll trigger the lookout, which should then give us an outpost, which I think is around here somewhere. So that's going to be the plan. But ultimately we want to find some bear tracks and we want to find some big Blacktail. On the way over the ridge, we did come across some a Blacktail rest zone, so I'm hoping that could bode well for us. But I'm not going to lie, if memory serves me well, as I say, I don't think I've ever really hunt anything around here. We've got a herd of male Roosevelts. See what I mean by the females all together and the males all together? He looks like the best one over there. Can't quite get the one at the back. So we might try and drop one of these if we can get a little bit closer. Now since we've not got the right caliber weapon, I don't want to take on the biggest. So the one that I'm going to try and get is this one. Straight in through the ribs. That'll be a lung shot. Or I was going to say he's standing still. That might not go down. It should do. That should be a lung shot. It might just take a little while because of the low caliber. But we need something for the video. So there's the jammy jam. Nice big splodger jam. So he should be down somewhere close by. Yeah, let's set you on this. Off you go. And now that we're stomping around, we have a male Blacktail that's unhappy with us. And another one. So we found where the Blacktails are hanging out. We just need to get this Roosevelt found. So this is going to show, again, this is why caliber is important. That is, you know, decent silver. So we've sort of ruined that. But the rest of them around it were much bigger. So they would have been golds probably. And we don't want to ruin a gold because we want to build the golds up to diamonds. But we'll take it. It was right in there. Look at that. And even with that penetration straight in the lung, we tracked that for absolutely miles. And you know, in a bad way, by taking that boredom kill, because we didn't need it, it's not what we were looking for, but we'd spent so long looking for what we do want, we ultimately scared off what we were looking for. So a little bit of patience, we might have got a Blacktail. But I've just tracked back a little bit to pick up the point of interest, and it's from the game warden, and it's just about him. And that's gone into the codex, and that'll give us a little bit of XP. But we have managed to pick up a male Blacktail's trail. So we're going to follow this for a bit and see if we can find him. Well, there's a female. She might be able to call him in for us. Well, I thought our male's trail had gone cold, but I've just picked it up again. And the female that was putting out the mating call, she seems to be following us. She's now giving us a warning call, so she's right behind us. I'm hoping we can find this male. Okay, so we've come upon him. It's given us a little call, warning us off. So whereabouts he is through this brush, I don't know. Perhaps this is his spot. Let's grab the binos. Where are you, fella? Again, annoyingly, I can hear the bloody dog walking about. And what I want to hear is if the Blacktail is walking around. So again, we are right on top of him. I'm going to use a scent eliminator. We'll finally catch up with him, and it'll not be worth anything. That's just how it goes. So our last warning call came from like 60 meters, so he's just in that tree line. It's where he is. He's got a female with him as well. And we've got a dog that's getting in the way. Mate, I need you to go lay down somewhere. Okay, since whatever is up here isn't coming any closer to me with a call, I'll try and slowly go towards it. Yep, it's definitely just the female here. So we're moving on. Well, following that buck has brought us back to Chila Lake, and then his tracks have pretty much died off. We've got the fleeing female still harassing us. We've got nothing on Chila Lake at the minute, which is a little bit annoying. I don't know where the buck went. Oh, at least he's happy, or she's happy. But I think I might have to call an episode on this. We got the first few at the beginning. It's been that long. I think we got the first few at the beginning. Then yeah, we haven't found any bear tracks whilst doing all this walking around. And we have walked. You know, we came in, we got our... What did we get over here? Roosevelt there. We've walked back down. Up. We've come through. Bearing in mind, we started looking down here. Not a single bear track. And up there we've got the bear, but that's not in here, so that's of no use to us. So that's a bit of a shame. So yeah, that's going to be it. A little, not quite failing, because we did get the ones at the beginning in the dark. But we couldn't get anything for the actual night hunt. And we haven't been able to find our second Blacktail over 70 kilos. Hopefully we'll be able to find that next time. Hopefully we'll be able to get our bear tracks. But that's going to be it for today. Thanks for joining us. If you have enjoyed me wandering around in the woods, give it a big fat thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on, find out when new videos are going live. As always, comments and feedback down there. This is just how hunting goes sometimes. Hit and miss, hit and miss. I do a lot of missing. You have a good day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.